For more on this, we're now being joined by former Major General A.K. Siraj, who is a Defence and Strategic Affairs expert. He's joining us from New Delhi. Thank you so much for joining us on WION World is One.
Thank you.
Major General Siraj, I want to begin by asking you, we've been seeing continuous shelling and continuous ceasefire violations from the Pakistani side. No regard for civilian areas. They don't have clear targets, it so appears. And we've seen that India did make it clear that in response to the Pahalgam terror attack, Operation Sindoor was to be a non-escalatory strike. Of course, Pakistan continues to take the same route over and over again. What is your assessment of how the situation has panned out so far? And also, we're witnessing hordes of drones which are being used. We're hearing from the Indian side that 300 to 400 drones are being used. What's your assessment of this?
Yeah, no, see, the point is the situation is fast deteriorating. No doubt on 22nd April, when they have killed 26 civilians brutally in Pahalgam. Thereafter, India has given a warning to Pakistan to basically dismantle the infrastructure of the terrorists. But they failed to do it, and we had no choice but to strike them and hit their infrastructure of the terrorists at 9 places. But unfortunately, Pakistan thereafter reacted, and it has basically tried to hit our 26, town cities, starting from Leh to Bhuj. But that's a different thing. That our air defense system, which is multi-layered, has 400 Akash, then Pinaka, and also we have got L-70 and basically kinetic and non-kinetic anti-drone system. They completely made sure that not single missile can penetrate through that. But thereafter, the point is that when we hit them, the Lahore air defense system was totally neutralized, because the HQ-9 air defense system, which is given by Chinese, was non-functional. So overall, what it looks like that as on today, Pakistan is, one, it is in state of denial. Second thing is, it is now, there is a panic which has been set in Pakistan, because Pakistan is not able to get any face saving. Jana Asim Munir is feeling it, that what will they able to tell the public of the Pakistan when India could create so much damage in their country, but Pakistan could not react. And so is the difficulty for Shehbaz Sharif. So the point is, as per the escalation matrix, things are moving very fast. It looks like that, the way things are fanning out, it looks, if it is not handled with maturity from both sides, it can go out of hand in time to come, because Pakistan is not basically doing what it's supposed to do it. It is following a path of destruction. At the same time, it is also having today National Command Authority meeting, which gives an idea, which is a body which is of a political leader as well as the military leader, which can take decision only also on the nuclear weapon. So overall, the situation is very fluid, very volatile, and the way things are fanning out between both the countries, it looks like that we are fast moving up the ladder in the escalation matrix.
In fact, you've mentioned the nuclear rhetoric that has been raised by Pakistan over and over again as well. We've called that bluff multiple times, but we also heard from one of the experts that if the opponent does not match you conventionally, they would be the ones to keep raising this nuclear rhetoric. And we talk about the Pakistani strikes. Some have come as close as the Haryana border. This even as India has been successfully thwarting and intercepting every foreign element in its airspace. How worrisome would you say that is?
No doubt. See, my point is that both sides are now resorting to firing with the missile, rockets and drones. We are very successful in hitting our targets, because our system is foolproof and their air defense system is non-effective. Whereas when Pakistan is trying to hit toward the Indian side, you find that our air defense system is multi-layer, and no rocket, no missile or drone is able to penetrate. So therefore, the point is, there is a desperation on the Pakistan side, and that's why they are trying to convey that they can also use a nuclear weapon, though that rhetoric is not there in last 2-3 days. But that point has to be understood by Pakistan, though they are having a National Command Authority meeting which can take a decision even on nuclear weapons, that nuclear weapons are not weapons of war. They are weapons of deterrence. And they can't be, spoken so lightly. And Pakistan knows that though India do not have a first use policy of nuclear weapon, but we have a very strong, credible second strike capability. We are having a nuclear trial that we can fire a nuclear weapon from sky, from the ground, from the sea, and under the sea. And therefore, in case Pakistan make a mistake of using a even tactical nuclear weapon, the response will be very, very robust, and Pakistan will not able to sustain that. So I suppose that nuclear bogey has been explored time and again. But see, you can never believe completely what Pakistan is doing. Today Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, has also spoken to Jannah Asim Munir. It also shows two things. That one is that the power flows in Pakistan not from Islamabad but from Rawalpindi. The person who is in command of Pakistan is not the political leader, basically Shehbaz Sharif, but it is a Pakistani chief, Jannah Asim Munir. And that is the biggest problem of Pakistan. So therefore, the point which is coming is the Pakistan seemingly is a failed state, and Pakistan is resorting to unprovoked firing in the beginning. They are still not dismantling the terrorism and the terrorist infrastructure, because certain terrorists which were killed in our strike at headquarters Jaish Mohammed, also Lashkar-e-Toba and Hizbul Mujahideen, even the army officers were seen on their last strikes.
Right. Absolutely. And when you speak about the international community, you've spoken about America as well. In fact, I want to understand this better. When we talk about the international community who've been asking India and Pakistan to de-escalate tensions, how do you assess the scope and extent of their involvement in this?
Unfortunately, India has been putting pressure in the world community and world body that Pakistan is a hub center of terrorism. Pakistan should be curtailed. We have gone to IMF. We said that IMF should not give a loan to them, because whatever money is coming to Pakistan, it will be used for terrorism. But unfortunately, IMF has given them a $1 billion loan yesterday in the night itself. And second thing is that India is trying to put pressure to Financial Action Task Force to put Pakistan on a grey list again for money laundering and terrorist funding. Let's see how that pans out. At the same time, India is trying to now speak to the partners of almost about 175 countries out of 180 countries plus, that Pakistan should be declared as a terrorist state for its track record of terrorist activity. That also, let's see how things happen. But it looks to me that the way the things are going from bad to worse as far as India-Pakistan is concerned, and the relationship are fast deteriorating, and not too much pressure has been put by world community. US, I don't think, is doing much in this. Maybe the Saudi Arabia is seriously trying to become a negotiator. Other than Saudi Arabia, no other country seems. But who are the partners who are with us and who are the partners with Pakistan? To me, Pakistan seemingly looks to be isolated. Not too many countries are with Pakistan. It's either China, Turkey and Azerbaijan. The China as such is a very clever country. China have a problem now with the US on the tariff, and they want India's support on that. And at the same time, India provides them a huge market, and they will never like to lose that market because the economy of China is not doing well. So I think China will not go out of way to help Pakistan. And so the Turkey may try that, but we will put a cordon on Arabian Sea by the Indian Navy, which will cut the supply chain. I think even Turkey will not be able to help much, and Azerbaijan do not have capability. But we have a friend in Russia. I'm sure will able to give us weapon ammunition in case if required. And we have also friends in Europe and US. But certainly you can't totally depend on them. And especially the way the US is being now basically seeing this battle which is going between India and Pakistan. You can't have too much faith in Trump administration. So you have to fight your own battle, no doubt about it. But one can say with certainty, the things are fast deteriorating, and India is well prepared for any eventuality. And should the all-out war take place, this will be the end of Pakistan, for the reason that Pakistan is today in a precarious situation. Once the relationship has now gone from north to south, you find the troops from their western border have been moved toward eastern border, that is against India. The Baluchistan Liberation Army is becoming very, very robust and bold in BLA, in Baluchistan, and possibly they may able to get a freedom in time to come. And so is Taliban Pakistan, which is hurting them in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Possibly will also make sure that they will able to do a lot of damage to Pakistan. At the same time, Taliban government, which is there in Afghanistan, is also becoming very aggressive on Durand line. So overall, Pakistan has a number of problems. In addition to political stability, economic crisis, and increase of terrorism, will it able to sustain its war with India, knowing fully well its economy does not permit, it does not have a war material more than 4 days to fight a concerted war. So I don't think that Pakistan will able to sustain, but you can never have faith in Pakistan. Pakistan is a one country which can go from any side to any side.
Right, absolutely, Vice General. In fact, just for better understanding of our viewers, I also wanted to understand, you have of course mentioned that the situation is precarious at the moment and it's fast deteriorating. That being said, in the coming days, what can we expect? Do you think such sort of skirmishes are going to continue? And of course, we've seen that shelling from the Pakistani side has continued for over 15 days at this point. So what can we expect in the days to come, and what other options does India have in its arsenal?
See, you cannot collab with single hand. India does not want to escalate. India does not want a full-fledged war, because see, our economy is doing extremely well. We are today the 5th largest economy, and in another about 2-3 years, we will become a 3rd largest economy. In case a war take place, a full-fledged war take place between India and Pakistan, obviously our economy will be also hit, and we will not like that to happen. So therefore, India does not want a full-fledged war. But what about Pakistan? You see, Pakistan is not behaving in a balanced country. We have been only hitting a terrorist infrastructure, whereas Pakistan is hitting our military installation as well as civilian area. So we have no choice but to respond to that. And in this, if Pakistan still do not mend its ways and it keeps on hitting us, then we have no choice but to hit them hard. And in my wisdom, and if you carry out a total military analysis, Pakistan do not have a capability to fight a war more than about 5 to 6 days due to its economic condition. And if that is the case, then will it use any nuclear weapon? What will this thing? Time can only tell. Considering the whole eventuality, the chances are very less. But to me, it looks like that if the situation is fast deteriorating, will it go into a full-fledged war? One can't say with certainty. India does not want. India wants the things to now stabilize, settle down. But it all depends upon how Pakistan behaves. The ball is in Pakistan court. But should Pakistan try to do anything, we will respond in a very robust manner, and you will find it Pakistan breaking into 4 parts in case full-fledged war take place. That is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Baluchistan, Sindh and Punjab. And there are chances of POK and Gilgit-Baltistan coming again part of India.
All right. Well, Major General A.K. Siraj, thank you so much for joining us on WION World is One with your insights on this.
Thank you. Thank you very much.